It's week 7 of the high school football season. We have a fantastic matchup tonight as Lincoln is taking on Cathedral Catholic in what is arguably the game of the year up to this point. This is a neutral site game being hosted here at Mira Mesa High School. Lincoln comes in with a 5-1 record. The Hornets riding a 4-game winning streak. Lincoln is led by running back Roderick Robinson. The UCLA commit has over 1,200 yards and 18 touchdowns through 6 games. Cathedral enters with a 3-3 record. The Dons are coming off a 35-3 win over Steel Canyon last week. Quarterback Jack Stevens threw for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns in that game. Will Bond added 2 scores on the ground. It should be an exciting night of football. Let's get right into the highlights. Georgia Bulldogs running backs coach Del McGee is in attendance to watch Roderick Robinson in person, and Robinson wasted no time getting the show started in the first quarter. He takes the handoff, bounces it to the outside, sheds a tackle, and goes 32 yards for a touchdown, 7-0 Hornets. Later in the first quarter, Robinson plunges in from 4 yards out. His second TD of the game gives Lincoln an early 14-0 advantage. But Cathedral weathers the early swarm and answers in the second quarter. Jack Stevens connects with Will Bond for a 4-yard scoring strike. It's 14-7. And late in the second quarter, the Dons defense steps up. Ty Cortez says, "I'll take that." He takes it back for a 40-yard pick six. That ties the game at 14. Cathedral puts together a nice opening drive in the third quarter that's capped off by a Lucas Burning 28-yard field goal. 17 unanswered points gives the Dons a 3-point lead. Later in the third quarter, Lincoln looking to answer with a 35-yard field goal of their own, but Marcus Ratcliffe was having none of that. He comes up with the block. Cortez falls on it for the Dons as they hang on to their 17-14 lead. To the fourth quarter, you didn't think Robinson was done, did you? A 7-yard touchdown scamper puts Lincoln back on top, 21-17. Later in the quarter, Lincoln gets some insurance. Matt Davila splits the uprights from 38 yards out. The Hornets lead by 7. It's 24-17. In just over a minute to play now, same score. Cathedral deep in Lincoln territory, but Josiah Cox comes up with the interception, and he's not content with just the INT. Cox finds room and is down the sideline. He has reservations for 6, but he might want to add a few more to the list. It's a victory party for the Hornets. Lincoln beats Cathedral 31-17.
It means a lot, but the next game is the biggest game, so we're not done. Next game is the biggest game too, so we're hoping to go at it. This is league, so we got to bump it up a notch.
A great team win. I'm proud of my brothers. I'm proud of the coaches, all the great play calls, all the great plays by the players. I'm proud of myself. I feel like I stepped up a little bit in the run game and the pass game, and it was just a great team win.
It feels great. They're a great football team. They're really physical. But we work really hard. I don't think there's a team out here that works harder than us, so I feel like we deserve it.
Defensive-wise, letting up big plays that shouldn't have happened. I think it was all around just a lot of mistakes all around the board. I think there's a lot to learn. I think there's a lot to learn all 3 phases of the game. It's too much to count. It's not even like one error.
A phenomenal game ends in thrilling fashion. Josiah Cox comes up with a 93-yard pick six to seal a 31-17 Lincoln victory over Cathedral. Lincoln's defense came to play, only allowing 1 Dons touchdown, and offensively, Roderick Robinson ran wild, tallying 217 yards and 3 touchdowns. Lincoln improves to 6-1 on the season. Cathedral falls to 3-4. For the Prep Pigskin Report, I'm Devin Reiners.